Some say it's just the wind, others say it's stress or imagination. But when something climbs onto your bed, breathe behind your neck, can that really be your mind playing tricks? Once again, welcome to another episode here on Creepy with Coffee. I'm Kim, your storyteller. Well, tonight's story, it's about a student living in a student apartment. This is in Malaysia, and this happened in somewhere along Kajang-Puchong highway. If you're ready, let's get into the story.
This is Creepy with Coffee.
The year was 2002. I was in my third semester at a private university along the Kajang-Puchong highway. If you have ever driven toward Putrajaya from Kajang, you might have noticed the student apartments along the roadside. Let's not mention exactly where, but with all the details that I've mentioned, it should be enough to give it away. That was my home back then, apartment on the third floor. There were 4 rooms per unit, but there were 5 of us living there. Let's go with A, B, C, D, and myself. Each and every one of us got a room. However, unlucky D had to sleep in the living room, since student housing was overcrowded and many didn't get proper rooms. Back to myself, I was lucky, or so I thought, to get the first bedroom, slightly bigger than the rest, and I have my window overlooking the highway to Putrajaya, which back then was still mostly undeveloped. Alamanda Mall wasn't even built yet, unlike today where surrounding that area are always busy. We are talking many years back, so that highway was quieter at night, dark and almost desolate. Well, for the creepy part of my story starts here. One night, I was deep asleep when I suddenly felt raindrops on my skin. Well, you see, I always sleep with my window open, curtains pulled aside, and I have my bed pressed against the wall, just by the window side. Still half asleep, I got up groggily to close the window. After a minute or so, after the raindrops got heavier, right before my hand reached out, I managed to take a glance at the baby blue colored clock that I have by my bedside, showing 3 a.m. in the morning. Just as I was about to shut the window, I noticed something. A white telekong, my friend's B's prayer robe from earlier, and it was flapping on the balcony clothesline, caught in the wind. Out of instinct and a sense of housemate loyalty, I slipped outside to bring it in before it got soaked. And that's when I saw it. Across the dark, mostly empty highway, a brightly lit temple. It was glowing, decorated, alive with lights, like there was an ongoing festival. Weird, I thought. Isn't it past 3 a.m.? But there was no sound, and I could see it was blazing with lights. If you ask me, was there any people around? I honestly don't remember. But at that moment, it does look like there is a temple's event happening. But I brushed it off and continued grabbing my friend's telekong from the clothesline. As I turned away from the window, back, looking into the apartment, something clicked in my mind. That temple, the one that I just saw decorated with lights and looked like there's an event happening, hadn't even been completed yet. And even when it would be, it was just a small one. You know, like those smaller, slightly bigger than a shrine, but a lot smaller than the majestic temple. Nothing grand, nothing like what I just seen. Vivid, huge, festive. I could feel goosebumps on my neck. I hurried inside, not daring to look behind me. I shut the sliding panel, got back into my room, pulled my blanket over me and my view away from the window. I was lying on my side, back facing the window, Just like my mother always told me, sleep on your side. The rain tapped softly outside. My eyes began to close. Then, I felt the mattress dip at the foot of my bed. The weight shifted like someone stepped onto the springy surface. You guys would know how that feels, right? There is something now standing on the mattress. My heart raced. I kept on telling myself it's just in my head. Things got worse. The pressure, the one I felt as if someone stepped on my mattress, didn't stop. It moved. Slow, deliberate movement across the mattress. Whatever it was, the thing took a step from the foot of the bed, slowly creeping up. I could hear the springs creak with every step. I dared not move an inch of my body. My eyes shut tight. The feeling moved behind me. Whoever or whatever it was now pacing slowly, just inches behind my back. I could feel the weight shift. I could feel the presence, the tension, the pressure on the bed. Then it stopped right behind my head. The pressure is right behind me. The creaking stopped. I could feel its eyes on me, looking at me. I could feel its warm breath right behind me, making this soft growling sound at each breathing. Every strand of hair on my neck stood up. At that point of time, I have no idea what to do. Out of nowhere, I have no idea where I get this thought from. To calm myself, I pretended to stretch. I reached my hand to rest on my neck, hoping that would ease the sensation. Now I have my back still facing the window, left hand resting on my neck, and my arm half covering my face. I felt a little comfort, as if I'm hidden from whatever that is behind me. Well, the story is far from over. Then the thing touched me. Something lifted my finger. I could feel a cold, large finger curled underneath my middle finger and began to lift my fingers up. I could feel that large finger, cold and long fingernail, and it was strong. I tried to pull back, but it resisted. The more I pulled, the stronger it gripped my finger. Now, warm breath closer against my neck, seeping between the gaps of my fingers. The thing got even closer now, just inches from my face. My eyes are still squeezed shut, my mouth dry, and my heart hammering in my chest. It toyed with me for what felt like eternity. Then, from outside my door, the old metal frame of a bed squeaked. Not loud, but just enough to echo through the silence of the dead of night. I felt the thing froze. Then, I heard footsteps outside. I could see a shadow pass beneath my door. The toilet door shut. It was Dee, my housemate, the one that is sleeping in the living room. She must have gotten up to pee. The moment that bathroom door closed, I felt it. The thing leapt off the bed like an animal. The mattress bounced. Where did it leap off to? I seriously do not care a tiny bit. I didn't wait. I shot up from bed as fast as I could, turned on the lights, threw open the door and peered out. Sure enough, Dee had just stepped out of the toilet. I asked, "You got up for the toilet?" Dee looked at me, asking among the world's silliest question, yawning but still nodded to answer me. I didn't sleep the rest of the night. My bedroom door was open, where I could see Dee sleeping like a baby in the living room. I just lay in my bed with the lights on, waiting for dawn. At breakfast, I told the others what had happened. They scolded me, especially B. "Next time, just let the telecom get wet. Don't be so nice at 3 a.m, she snapped. "You're lucky that thing didn't stay inside the apartment." That night, we all gathered in the living room and read Yasin together. From that point onward, we were careful. No one left the windows open, at least not after the sun has set. No one stepped outside after midnight. And me? I still have my window open sometimes. Sometimes I still fall asleep during afternoon nap with the window wide open. But after all that happens, I made sure to close it before Maghrib. They say the spirits wander when the veil is thin, between sleep and wake, between dusk and dawn. So tell me, what do you think the thing was, the one that breathed behind this person's that night? That's all the story for tonight. If you have yet to do so, please help me subscribe, like and share out this content. It would help the channel a lot. Thank you very much for watching. I'm Kim. This is Creepy with Coffee, and good night.